What's up, guys? We're here backstage at FYF with the Chili Beans guys, hanging out with Health at Making Time Radio. It's Marissa Brickman from Sup Magazine. I'm here with Rory Phillips, my homeboy from the UK. So thanks, guys, for coming in to join us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So today's pretty special day. You guys haven't performed live in a while, so... Right? It's been a little while.
It's
but
true.
You performed in LA.
We did a warm-up show on Thursday.
Okay. But this is kind of the biggest thing that you...
Since our sabbatical.
Right.
Yes.
So what can people expect for this new appearance?
All covers.
All covers. Which kind of covers? Neil Diamond?
Can't say.
Quicksand?
Let's spoil it.
Shakira?
There's two Spanish songs.
Jake's going to cover himself in lamp oil and
burn myself on stage.
Okay, that's going to be awesome. Any pyrotechnics or what
just Jake.
What's the production like for the show? Because you guys usually have pretty fun production. So what are you doing for this gig?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lights, lots of lights. What color? Reds, blues?
Yeah, red and blue, actually. You got it.
For Labor Day, you guys are doing a Labor Day themed light show.
Once again, you've seen right through our...
I got a bag of new socks from the liquor store.
Awesome.
I think I'm going to be wearing old socks.
Gross.
Probably
So-
the same socks that I wore on Thursday.
It's your last chance to wear white.
That's
Right,
true.
Oh,
yeah,
Labor
yeah,
Day.
it's true.
Yes, it's
yeah,
very
after this,
true.
I
no more
don't
white.
I don't truck with those. You know, I just live however I want. I wear
It's
white.
also
Tropically.
yeah.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you're
I
somewhere
thought-
tropical, it doesn't matter.
I thought things
Yeah.
changed now. I thought you were allowed to wear white after Labor Day. Now there's been like
Actually,
a paradigm
Who's
shift.
the official? Was it
I heard that maybe a year ago. Maybe it's changed back, but I did
I just
hear
remember
that.
in a Serial Mom, the John Waters movie, you know, Patty Hearst, like
Yeah.
Kathleen Turner beats her to death with the phone because she's wearing white shoes after Labor Day.
But it's it's been a long
Patty
time.
Hearst
There's
pleads
no
that that's just an old tradition. So.
I think the internet,
I don't
this,
know what the film was trying to say about
this
it.
the social world, we've kind of exposed these things. Like we don't need to follow these kind of rules, these
No.
traditions.
Miss
anymore.
Manners, who's that?
Yeah.
There's some lady, Miss Manners. Or
Yeah,
something back
some
in the
lady with the
day
last name
who-
Manners. That's all she is, and she's not even married.
Yeah, she's a miss. Fuck that lady. She doesn't know what's up.
I
She
mean,
doesn't have any
yeah.
manners. So
Harlot.
I mean, that's why
So-
she can't find a decent
That
man
was-
to settle
that
down and
was
become
Juke.
Mrs. Manners. I mean, I don't want to be old-fashioned here. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
So she
saying.
would keep her last name though.
Of course.
Mrs.
I
Right,
think she should. In this day and age, I mean, if we're not going to wear white after Labor Day, why the hell?
You could go hyphen it.
No, I think that's terrible. No
Double-barreled.
offense, Jupe. Sorry.
Manners,
you could
Josh
combine,
Smith
you
or
could
something.
combine names.
So what do you guys have planned for the show today?
The
Have you got some music that
play
you're
some
gonna
music.
play?
Oh, yeah. Our equipment is locked in a room, so I'm gonna see.
Okay.
I'm hoping this thing works.
I am in Juggalo makeup, but
You're in what? Juggalo makeup?
yeah.
So you're gonna
obviously
be
you're supposed
downing
to respond
some.
as if you are agreeing with me.
Yes.
I kind of screwed that.
Juggalo makeup. So you're on a
Um,
strict diet of like Orange Crush and Coca-Cola.
Fago.
Fago.
Fago, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Fago.
I didn't realize it was a radio thing.
So you're
And
gonna
it's really
shoot
hot out.
some Coca-Cola cannons off the stage later.
Fago.
Fago cannons.
Coca-Cola is super bourgeois.
That's like way too high end.
Yeah.
Real sugar. Real sugar.
Actually, if you've ever seen ICP, they are the fucking Picasso with the Fago spraying. It's insane. Like he's wrapping one hand, other hand, pulls a 2-liter, unscrews it, cradles it here, and fires it like 15 feet. Like without dropping a beat, and then a new one, and a new one, and a new one. It's unbelievable.
What is Fago?
That
No
dude
idea.
doing
No
that in
idea
my
what
living
Fago
room.
It's like sweet soda.
It's this
Fago.
budget-ass soda in Detroit, and it's like the official ICP drink because they drink it, and it's like I think they've like saved the company because of their fans buying Fago. So when they go on tour, because we played a show in the same venue as them one time in Minneapolis. Played a show next to them, and we went and watched their show, and they had 2 semis, one for all the tour everything, and one of just Fago. Because they go through like 400 2-liters a show.
That's pretty disgusting.
And the venue hates them because the whole place is sticky because it's sugar, you know?
Well, yeah, I used to go to college in Chapel Hill, and I remember one time Insane Clown Posse played, and I think it was Vanilla Ice opened for Insane
my
Clown
God.
Posse, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna definitely go interview Vanilla Ice, like duh. And then interviewed Vanilla Ice, and then they followed, but it was the same situation after. It was just like the floor was covered in inches and inches.
I mean,
of
I think that's
fucking
probably what we're gonna do. Like, if
Fago.
your band gets like way older and you don't have prospects, you can kind of convert your band into sort of a Juggalo or like Psychopathic Records band. Like opening
Right.
for ICP at that show was like Head P. Remember them from like
Yeah.
from like the '90s? Like that's kind of thrash, like hardcore kind of thing. and they were in Juggalo makeup. And it was like they've like reformed themselves. Juggalo band, Vanilla Ice did it. A lot of people do it. You can always do it.
So you can always like if times get desperate for you guys, you can always jump on the Juggalo train.
Well, I don't know if we really have what. I don't know if we can offer the Juggalos what they really need, but who
Speak
knows?
for yourself, man.
Yeah.
There's some hot chicks who are Juggalos. So I've seen in the documentaries.
Juggalettes?
It's pretty Juggalettes.
Juggalettes.
Ooh,
yeah.
I don't know. We went to that show.
No.
We also have a friend of two juggalettes fighting each other with boxing gloves.
Each has giant prints of juggalos in his.
From the gathering of
The Juggalos.
the juggalos in Illinois.
Were you so you guys have been there to the gathering of the
No, it was
Juggalos?
my roommate who hasn't. He just took off, but he hasn't taken these prints out yet. So we have prints of the gathering of the Juggalos. We have Vanilla Ice hitting like a 6-foot bong.
So he's
And-
still with them because when I was talking Vanilla Ice with
And
Juggalos,
then
that
these
was
chicks
like
Oh no,
Fighting each other.
he's reformed himself. He's been reborn.
Okay, so
you
kind
know.
of like
much like
Buckethead
do
from
you
Guns N'
remember
Roses or something.
Vanilla Ice's sort of grungy phase, and
Yeah.
later he had
They're
his rap
called
like his like new metal one,
Yeah.
and
I've
now
heard
this is
about
the
that.
new one, new Vanilla
I
Ice.
can't believe he's actually still around.
Still around.
Have you guys
Wow.
seen Cool as Ice?
Cool as Ice.
His
Yeah,
movie.
the film where he's the bad
It's
boy.
like this total postmodern, just bizarre. It makes no sense.
I mean, if you watch it now, it's like a goddamn art film.
Yeah, it's
The
like an
whole
art
time I'm
film.
like, this is
it's
amazing.
like someone got a Guggenheim Fellowship grant and just like went and made this movie.
So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful
I don't know
piece
if I'd
of
say
film.
beautiful.
It's just so many things. You're just like, whoa, and it comes together.
Zing.
It's actually very watchable. Also, there's this action scene at the end where he like fights the bad guy and he's wearing shorts. It's like amazing. Like you've never seen that before. And he kicks a dude in shorts.
That's like Belly. Did you guys ever see the movie Belly?
We were just talking about Belly yesterday.
'Cause
I've
that
never
movie-
seen it.
It's
that
so
movie's
terrible.
It's like terrible. It's like Masterpiece, kind of like first.
No, Master P didn't direct that.
It's
Hype
Hype
Williams.
No,
Williams.
but
did.
he's in it. Masterpiece in it.
Oh, he's in it. Okay.
Yeah, Masterpiece in it.
I watched Master P's movies in a long time ago. Man, they're quite bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was sort of like one of the first like cinematic
Well,
representations
because
of like
everyone's
the
got
Atlanta
some friend
scene.
who smokes a lot of weed, and like you have the night where there's like, dude, you've got to watch Belly, and then
And then it's
it
just
changed my life. And like 15 minutes in, you're like,
You've
oh
got
man,
to
I have.
watch Cool as Ice.
Yeah, that doesn't come up as much.
Yeah, it's not that good. I don't know.
It's
yeah.
terrible.
It's,
It's just-
it's like Netflix Instant put it on. I'm like, don't
They
change
took
your
it off. They
schedule.
took it off there. I
for
tried
it.
to rewatch it the other night.
that's like classic American cinema though, like old school funny stuff. Like have you guys seen Safe Men and Bottle Rocket? Like
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's like
I've never
Bottle
seen
Rocket-
Safe Men. I don't know what that is.
that's like I think Owen Wilson's in that as well, and Paul Rudd, and it's like one of the earlier kind of cinematic comedy rom-coms. Anyway, it's an early rom-com. So today, what are you guys? You guys are playing you guys are playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're playing tomorrow, so it's all of you guys. New material. You're going to be
Yeah.
A lot of new material.
a lot of
yeah.
new material. So because you guys just came off the back of doing some music for a video game.
Yeah, we did this score for Max Payne 3.
So how long did that take you? I know you guys were pretty
Like
intensely working
10
on that
months.
for a long time. So how do you go about doing something like that? Like, do they give you the video game and then you make music for individual segments, or how does it work?
And there's levels, and you make you make music to go with the levels. So it's kind of like soundtrack work, but it can't. It's not a fixed time.
Right.
So it has to loop. They have to work with. It's different than being able to just follow the emotional arc of a scene,
Right.
because it has to like have a general feel. But it has
Because
to be able to-
nobody knows what's going to happen.
Someone
when
could
they're
suck
playing.
and have to play for 45 minutes.
Right.
Someone could, so that makes it different.
And it always has to be able to get more or less intense based on how many guys you're shooting. So,
Okay.
And that's difficult.
So it actually changes depending on.
Yeah, it's
Like, yeah,
dynamic.
it's actually embedded in the code. So
We
it's like
w-
if you go to if you're fighting a certain number of people, the music changes
Yeah.
accordingly.
So how much music did you actually have to make?
We
for the
made
game?
hours and hours of it.
Like how many hours?
They estimate 6 hours. I think that might be an exaggeration, but it's a ass load. It's definitely way more than we've ever made our entire career as a band, like by a ton.
And was there like an approval process? Like were there
Yes,
like people that were
everything-
like, this is appropriate for 8 fighting guys?
They have
or
to they have to approve everything.
Everything-
They don't make
everything
us
we
do anything
did
we
was-
don't want to, but
had to be redone over and over, or slightly revised as the game would change or the level would change.
And then what kind of feedback would they give you? Like what were some of the things
They were
asked
super
you
cool.
to-
We were allowed to do what we wanted because, like, obviously, we're not a traditional band. We're like, we'd have our sort of vision for the level. They would just be like, okay, this is cool, but we need it more intense.
favorite
we need more
note
more
we got-
intense. So it wasn't like take down these hi-hats or whatever. It was more like make it more intense.
my favorite
or-
note we got was make it more remarkable.
That's so subjective.
I like
what
that.
does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
mean?
We would get comments like that, or just like, we just need it to
It used to
kick
be
in.
really
It just got to
good.
kick in right here. It's not kicking in. Can you make it kick in? We're like, yeah. And we like work all like
That's
12
so-
hours, like send this and be like, not kicking in. Or they'd be like, this
Yeah.
is great. I want
Dazzle
you
me.
to take all of
Dazzle
this,
me.
take everything you just did and put it into one track and make 5 more on top of it. And we're like, we can't put more stuff on that. It's gonna sound terrible. Like, do it. You know.
So do the
do it.
people like kind of giving you the feedback know what they were talking about, or it doesn't?
Oh,
they
of
just
course.
knew the
I mean,
emotion
these
they were
guys
going
make
for.
these
Yeah.
guys make billions of dollars. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this money.
Yeah, you can't.
know?
That's the thing is, it could come from the head of the company, and like, you can make a valid argument, but then that guy could be like, "Oh, really? I don't know what I'm talking about." It's like, my company sells
It's like my
billions of dollars
no,
of
no,
video
no.
games.
It's like the writer of this game just bought Truman Capote's old place in Brooklyn for 150 million.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the video
I think it was
game has like
15.
it's out purchased Hollywood now in terms of
Yeah.
talent buying, like working with
They-
artists.
Yeah,
or
no, they were really
bands.
cool people. The people
Yeah.
we worked
Yeah.
with, especially the music department, was awesome.
Yeah, we love the music department. Also, it's like, you know, you play those games, like music is always on point. Like, we totally respect them. So they're like, we need this. We're like, oh well, you guys, you know, cool. Like, we can get that. We'll make it work. You know.
So did you just kind of like finish that and then start working on your own new music, or were you
Yeah.
kind of,
Yes.
yeah? So you kind of had to close the door on that, and then
It was
Yeah.
that was this.
It was like a door
sabbatical.
that you try and close, and then there's always like someone's foot in the way, and then you keep closing it, and then 6 months later you close it, and then you got closed again. And even when we were having our party for
That
Max
was a
Payne,
haiku.
yeah. But we were you got to hire a door hanger. This stuff's expensive. But we when we were having our Max Payne 3 wrap party recently, like Jupe couldn't go to the party for like a few hours because he was still finishing stuff up for Max Payne.
Day
and
the game.
and the game
came out.
day the game came out. So like this thing it kept going.
that's
we,
pretty awesome.
We had assumed that they told us we'd be done by January, and like being part of the recording process, working on a record, it's like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It's due.
Yeah.
You gotta like,
do this day.
yeah, but the scale that they're working on, like they can print millions of copies in a week.
Right.
So they'll just keep working on it until they feel like it's right. They'll work on it until they,
Until it's
yeah, and
the
they push
stakes
the
are so
deadline.
high
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
But
things
but I mean,
that.
like with the power they have, the deadlines are totally elastic. So it's just like it comes out, you know, Tuesday. It's like I can print 3 million copies, you know, like 5 days before if I have to. So we'll
So
keep going.
have you noticed any? Because when was that kind of came
We haven't
out?
noticed anything.
You haven't noticed
We
anything.
haven't been playing any shows.
Yeah, well, but nobody's like gotten in touch with you guys and been like, dude, that's so rad. You're on Max.
Oh yeah, we
Payne,"
got
or-
lots of that.
So a lot of new fans, or
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think so. We're getting different looking profile pictures on these Twitter things, being like, "Yeah, dude." It's like, "Oh, that doesn't look like a regular fan."
Do you think you'll get anyone at the front be like, play level 3?
You know, we haven't heard that yet.
No, people have been asking me if we were going to play music from Max Payne.
And I was like, no, absolutely not.
I mean, are they even individual songs anyway, or not?
I mean, they
Yeah,
are.
we're
I mean,
there's a
Levels.
song that's in the last level of the game that's like just a song.
Right.
And we are playing that.
Okay.
So then the answer is yes.
Yes,
yes,
we are
yes,
playing.
yes.
You are Health. Everybody is playing music
One
live
song.
later on from Max Payne.
But it's not like we're not gonna be like, ooh,
Yeah, we're gonna play one song and then I'm gonna shoot the rest of the band.
Yeah.
I
mean-
just walk off stage for like 20 minutes, you know, eat a banana, come back, hit some Toms, go back, have a beer.
I mean,
we should actually. We should add some to the set. I
Bananas?
can chill.
well, I mean, if people really wanted to perform, I think it'd be cool if there was like an obstacle course and you had like a little gun and you
Yeah.
would run the obstacle course and shoot fools, and then you'd like play the music and like change.
Or
Right,
you could
right.
like sit
Yeah,
on
you
a
have
couch
people,
and
like,
drink
run around in
soda.
the audience and
Yeah.
you think that you're actually being attacked.
So this sabbatical hasn't really been about having like time off.
Oh no.
Oh,
You've
no,
been
no, no.
working really hard.
Max Payne was really long, and then after Max Payne, I think we like forgot what it was like to be in a band because we played a show and we're like, oh yeah.
So was it a
That's
good
what we do.
feeling? Was it an awesome feeling? Were you, like,
Yeah, I was
psyched
like,
to be
I was
doing
like,
it
oh,
again,
I spent most of my life doing this.
Just rock and roll.
I like rock and roll.
Yeah, no, it feels good.
And so are you guys? Is this kicking off any kind of tour, or is this still
We're
one-off?
going on we're like trying to like ease back into
Right.
So we're recording. We're going on tour with our friends in Crystal Castles.
Crystal Castles.
And then we're gonna come back and do our record.
Okay, so you'll
Immediately.
be kind of testing out some new songs.
Yeah. that's what
Yeah,
we're gonna
playing
do the
those
whole tour.
songs for a really great crowd to do that for, and then things we learned from the live thing we'll refine right before we do the record.
Do you guys have anything on your computer from the new?
Yeah, but
Album
I
you
do
can't
not
play.
want
We're not gonna play it.
No,
You're
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna play
play
it. No. You can go to
Can
the
you
show.
give us any? Yeah, go to the show, everybody. Go see it live, please.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be on a record form in its
Awesome.
proper format.
Awesome. Do you
It'll
guys
be
wanna-
on the internet.
Yeah.
No one cares that there's a record.
Right? I know. It's pretty sad, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Well, you know,
We're still gonna make
I'm not.
Awesome. So LA, do you guys have some music you want to queue up? Should we keep chatting?
Oh
or-
yeah, I mean,
Whatever
it's
you
cool to
guys
chat. I
want.
mean, chatting is probably.
I think it's probably cooler to listen to music than to listen to us talk.
Oh, is this playing
Okay.
now?
I like our speaking voices, but I really like your singing voice.
You're in
So
the
how's
headphones.
starts?
So
Yeah,
where
I
do-
just want to make sure it's working.
Sure. Where do you guys all live in Los Angeles?
How long do you need us to play?
20 minutes.
I live in Glass.
Oh, 20 minutes.
I also
oh
live
my
in
God.
Glassell Park.
All right,
Where's
let me
that?
find something shorter.
It's near Eagle Rock, in between
Eagle
Eagle Rock and
Just play it for 20 minutes
East
and
side.
I know,
fade
but
it
let me
out.
find the good part.
Northeast. Yeah.
Northeast.
Nella,
Nella. What's
East LA.
We're using vinyl, by the way.
you guys are
All vinyl.
You guys are chilling in Nella. Are you guys all in the same neighborhood?
Beej and I live in Glassell Park. Jupe lives in Echo Park,
Oh,
as
wait,
does
that's right.
John.
Jupe, you're kind of quiet over there. Michael Bolton fan. You big Michael Bolton fan?
So we had a. Oh, do we just talk over?
Or is it just because you kind of look alike that you're wearing that shirt?
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
we.
whack.
He's pretty. He's a heartthrob.
No,
compliment.
you
I'd
just
have his baby.
foot in the mouth.
I totally have this kid.
For those of you
If he had a
out
wig,
there right now,
guys, if he had a
the
mullet
interviewer
wig,
just said that one of our band members looks
No,
like Michael
if any
Bolton.
guy would flip me, I think it'd be Michael Bolton.
you think so?
That's Michael Bolton to me. When he's back on his feet again.
do you want to give
Is-
I
What's going on?
celebrate
Is
his
he-
entire catalog.
Has he had like a downward spiral or something? You said
what are
He's
you-
only got up.
What are you
Only
talking
up.
about?
No, he said he's all about it when
Oh,
he's
no, he
back
has a
on it
song
again.
Called When I'm Back on My Feet Again.
Oh, that's my God! How
I'll
could I
walk
forget?
proud down the street again.
I'm only
I grew up-
familiar.
My mom loved Michael Bolton.
Right?
I had
Same
to listen to
here.
Michael Bolton songs every morning.
I'm only familiar with When a Man Loves a Woman, which is a great movie, by the way. Meg
Great.
Ryan, Andy Garcia.
Yes.
Anyway, Netflix.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Bolton's all right, I suppose.
I labored under the illusion for a really long time that he was Canadian, because like when I want to just distance myself from someone like patriotically, I'm just like, oh, they're Canadian,
But he's not.
but he's totally not.
Is he from like? Is he from the Midwest?
I don't know. I think he's from. Well, I have an.
No,
iPhone.
no. Look it up because
Wiki.
no. Remember, we looked this up the other night. We're like, oh,
No, I think he's from like upstate New York. Or,
Yeah, it's
I don't
just
know.
something-
I'm gonna find out right now.
He's maybe a Yank. Everybody, if anybody knows where Michael Bolton is from, please tweet us at Making Time Radio.
Information is cheap.
Making Time is rad is our Twitter handle. If you know where Michael Bolton is from, please let us know.
Michael Bolton's songs. No, I just want his Wikipedia.
yeah. I feel like in a few years, no one is gonna ask questions like that anymore. You won't even ask it. Just like,
You'll just like tap your finger.
Man, he's old.
So you guys still pretty psyched to be living in LA? I mean, now that you've traveled the world, is this
LA is
still
a
where you wanna
really
call
good
home?
city to come back to.
Yeah.
Also, it's been like summertime and like in
He was
the
born
pool.
in New Haven, Connecticut.
Oh,
Wow.
He's a Yankee.
Michael Bolton, everybody, is a Yankee from Connecticut, just in case you're wondering.
Oh, he originally performed in the hard rock and heavy metal genres from the 70s to the mid 1980s.
oh my God.
He also has like an opera album. He's pretty diverse.
But yeah, LA. I gotta say, LA is actually a really good city. When you do travel a lot, it's a great city to come back to, surprisingly. And yeah, like this summer, we've just been like kind of, because we always talk shit, but kind of really enjoying LA, just being like in the pool, or
Yeah.
I mean, Juice would go on the beach like every day.
This is an aside, but before I forget, it's on this Wikipedia train. I just wanted to bring this up. I was using Wikipedia on the shitter today, which is like the substitute for magazines now.
Right.
And I don't know why I just looked up Andre the Giant, and he was 6'3", 240 pounds by the time he was 12 years old. This part killed me. In his
Fun
Wikipedia,
facts, everybody.
In his Wikipedia, it's like he was too big to be driven in the school bus, so his father's friend, playwright Samuel Beckett, drove him to school every
What?
day.
What? Is that verified?
That is in his Wikipedia. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody, I swear to God.
I mean, they've got a whole bunch of people who are supposed to
I
flag
came
stuff
out of
like
the bathroom
that.
and was like, I know this is an odd thing, but I had to like stop the entire room.
Waiting for the giant.
Yeah, it's just like,
I have a feeling that doesn't work out chronologically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Samuel
really?
Beckett.
Really?
No. I think. 'Cause
Oh fuck, we better figure
Samuel
this out.
Beckett lived to be. Let's see. Okay.
Well, here I got a story about Andre the
Live
Giant.
Wikipediaing.
All right.
I got a story
I mean,
about
someone could
Andre the
just
Giant
be
that
being
will work
wacky
out.
on Wikipedia.
Do you remember
Right.
that Hulk Hogan thing with Andre the
Let's
Giant?
figure out the timeline.
Oh, all right, fuck.
No, you guys should talk amongst yourselves.
Is it going to be like author, playwright, and wrestler driver Samuel Beckett? That's going to be what his Wikipedia.
Well, we
is
were
gonna
reading
say.
this Hulk Hogan interview, and like they were
First
like
thing,
doing
Andre the
WrestleMania in
Giant,
Japan,
modern
and the
drunkard
Japanese clothes
magazine.
are so small, like Andre the Giant couldn't get through the doorway. So he just took a like monster
Yeah, I'm
elephant
the
shit on the bed,
editor-in-chief.
and shit. He just like hit Hogan. He's like, "Hey, check this out." I found that very amusing.
Okay, so
Any wrestling? Talk?
he was born in
No,
1946.
wrestling story.
Yeah.
Wow, it does work out.
Actually,
Well,
speaking of Netflix, I'm
that
a
would
big
be a
fan of the
really
Russian
weird-
documentaries.
But he's not
on that.
Canadian, is he?
No, he's French.
He's
and
French.
Beckett was in France.
Sorry?
And Beckett was in France.
Oh
Oh,
my
Andre
god.
the Giant is French. I thought he was French Canadian.
No, he's French.
Oh, really?
Born
Okay.
in Grenoble.
I
Yeah.
thought he was from Quebec.
He was born in Grenoble,
They used,
France.
oh, okay. They used to introduce him as coming from Quebec in the wrestling. That's what I remember.
There's a posse out here.
And Beckett expatriated from Ireland to France. So
Wow. You heard it here
he
first.
must have had a flatbed truck or something.
Oh, great Wikipedias. We were reading Mark Wahlberg's Wikipedia.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very
Terrible.
disturbing.
He's an awful human.
Yeah, he was a
being.
piece of shit as a kid. He
Really?
blinded some poor old Vietnamese
This
man
is in
in
there-
one eye.
this is
Yeah,
in
he's
his
Permanently.
Wikipedia?
Tons of like
Why someone
racially
hasn't?
motivated
Why
violence.
someone hasn't
Yeah.
corrected this? I'm not sure.
No, it's true. He was just like some fucked up kid in
I mean,
Boston or something like
yeah,
that. Like,
he was
like-
probably like a hoodlum from Boston.
Yeah.
So now we pardon him for blinding some old dude because he
'Cause he's from
produces
Boston.
Entourage.
And it's that bullshit like,
No,
oh
no,
man,
no.
this asshole kid blinded me in one eye, and it's like, oh, now he's a huge movie star, and he had a rap career.
I don't think
And
he's
a modeling
pardoned.
career.
I don't
He
think he's
was Marky
pardoned.
Mark.
I mean, come on, Ted. Whatever that fucking teddy bear movie was, I'm not sure.
But it
but
is
like,
you have to admit, it is amazing the amount which you can get away with if you are like
Super famous?
deemed culturally relevant. William Burroughs shot his wife in the head. And people are just like,
Literally.
it's a footnote. It's like, oh yeah, it was like William Tell things. I
Roman
shot her in the head.
Polanski- Roman Polanski.
That's not
molested-
that bad.
That's not. He
bad
shot
at
his wife
all.
in the head. He killed
Yeah.
her.
I mean,
They had 2 kids.
Roman didn't do
And he
anything
got off?
we would do. if
Yeah,
we were
he was
more
in Mexico
famous or
City. He just like got away with it. And I love William Burroughs. It's screwed up. Anyway, Under the
Have
Giant.
you guys
Samuel Beckett.
seen the German filmmaker who did? Oh my God, what's his name? German filmmaker who did the movie about Death Row, Werner Herzog.
Oh yeah.
Have you
I haven't seen that. That's Into the what is it?
Into the Abyss?
Into the Abyss. Haven't seen that. That's
yeah, it's-
That
it's
is
on
also
Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
yeah,
Netflix.
you guys should definitely watch that. It's
People were
pretty
watching
awesome.
that. He's been a documentary fool lately.
He has. He's been
Have you
cranking
seen
them
the
out.
one where he posits that they should combine Death Row with the grizzly bear thing so that the inmates are just eaten by bears?
That's probably better
I
than
think it
being
only
like
came out in sorry.
the best one though is the science one where he goes to the Antarctic and it's,
Yeah, I saw that one. That was
that
very
one's
cool.
so sick. Like that is one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It's
Julie.
just like there's a whole community of science people that live like on the very edge of the earth, and I don't know, when people say like global warming is not happening and you see something like that, or Bruce Perry Arctic, who's like a guy from the UK. Have you heard of Bruce Perry? He has a show called Tribe where he would go and like live with people in their tribes, and then he kind of took it to a next level and like documented the whole Arctic and lived with all these tribes in the Arctic. And it doesn't really have an environmental slant to it. It's very objective. But then when you watch it, you're like, okay, the fucking ice caps are melting and there's a bazillion
I mean,
species
there's
affected
no
by this.
debate in the scientific community.
I know,
It's like
it's
people
like-
made that shit up. It's like, oh, this debate. If you don't believe it, it's like, what do you mean? Like nobody didn't believe it. Made that shit up, man. Like there's no disagreement on this.
So do you guys, not to get all political before we play some music, but-
Romney.
I know, but do you think he has a chance? I never thought he had a chance. And last night, JDH was like, "Oh yeah, he's totally got a chance." Like,
Well, the
I think he's gonna
economy
win.
I think he's
is-
going
is-
to win.
You
Personally,
think he's gonna win?
I don't know. The economy always
it doesn't
sucks
matter
you.
if the economy is shitty. Then people just like they.
I don't know.
just-
He's pretty. He's not a. He's a fucking Mormon. He just kind of blows,
I know.
He has like a gay running mate. That's not good for the base. He looks like it. I don't know. He's got that vibe. Not in a bad way. I just mean like that's bad for Republicans who have problems with that.
You need to work on your debates. I
Did
love
you,
it.
did you hear that
You
thing
being
he
in the
said?
debate, it's like, hey, come on, his running mate's gay. He looks gay. Come
think
on,
he's gay.
I think he's gay.
Did you hear that thing he said about how his music collection goes from AC/DC to Led Zeppelin? That's quite anti-American, don't you think? None of those bands are American.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I don't know. That's more American.
What about the
rock
boss?
and roll?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it doesn't sound good though.
You
I don't
should've
know.
said AC/DC, Bruce Springsteen.
I can't buy the Rage Against the Machine.
No way.
Like, 'cause you listen to it, it's like, yeah, I suck.
Oh,
Yeah,
by the
but
way, this song,
bros
this
love
song playing right now is
Bros who don't
sick. This is the Sub Bass Massacre. Or the Sub Bass Experience, sorry.
do.
Fuck you, Obama. I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, Congress.
I don't
Do
mean,
what
just
you tell
talking.
me.
Turn up a tiny bit for a second. This is so sick. Joey Beltram, a Sub Bass Experience.
Health in the mix while being interviewed, by the way.
Right.
Let's take it over to some music for a minute.
Yeah, this is too
this
long
is
to
just
listen to
like
us talk.
I know. This is just like going into the abyss
With bears.
with bears and inmates. You're hearing it live from
guy
backstage
humor, I
at
love
FYF. Making Time Radio.
En el parque son muy afortunados, van paseando y se echan el parque. Son muy afortunados, van paseando y sueñan caramelos a pesos sin dinero, los niños y las niñas. Niños y las niñas van andando juntos, son afortunados, que dicen son inocentes. Los niños en el parque son afortunados, van paseando y se dan la mano. Sueñan caramelos a besos sin dinero, los niños y las niñas. Pero quien dice que son inocentes, fumarán cigarrillos, jugarán con bombas. Los niños y las niñas son afortunados, van paseando y se dan la mano. Sueñan caramelos a besos y dinero, los niños y las niñas. Los niños en el parque son muy afortunados, van paseando y se dan la mano. Sueñan caramelos a besos y dinero, los niños y las niñas. Los niños y las niñas no son inocentes, fuman cigarrillos, juegan con bombas. Los niños en el parque son afortunados, van paseando y se dan la mano. Sueñan caramelos a besos y dinero, los niños en el parque.